Hey IDOC, it's Nathan Hayes, Practice Finance Consultant with a little fireside chat and the question of the week. And the question of the week I've been getting a lot is, how do I lower my cost of goods? And one answer to that is, I'm not sure you can. But let's talk about a couple things. What goes into your cost of goods and what you can do about it, and maybe a third way of thinking about it. So first off, what goes into your cost of goods? Just remember, your cost of goods are tied to what's sold. It's called COGS, cost of goods sold. And so it is the cost of the materials you sell to your patients. So the reason you have cost of goods is that you're selling eyeglasses and contacts to your patients. So cost of goods fundamentally aren't a bad thing that you need to eradicate. If you're going to measure them, here's my advice: measure them together with your non-OD staff as a percent of revenues, collected gross revenues. And typically cost of goods, non-OD staff together are about 50% of the revenues. Ideally 45 to 50%, maybe a little above 50 is okay, depending on your market. But that's a better sanity check, because sometimes cost of goods are just high, but staff costs are low. Sometimes they're really low and staff costs are higher. They offset, it's fine. So that's measuring it. And what can you do about it, really? Let's think about that. You could go to all your vendors and ask for a bigger discount, and some of them may say yes, but it's probably not a huge material change in your cost of goods reality. So there's only so much you can do on the pricing side. You could pick cheaper products, but is that what you want for your patients? Better things to do: review your fees and markups. I know third party squeezes it, but you need to be raising and making sure your markups are appropriate on the margin on the products you're selling. Look at your offsetting professional fees, especially if you're a heavy contact lens practice. Make sure you have appropriate contact lens eval fees, especially if you're doing specialty contacts. Make up the profits on the fee side, not trying to get squeeze margin out of contact lens manufacturer. There's no margin there. Absolutely look at your overall medical billing as well, especially, again, contact lenses, do dry eye. Look at packaging for more revenue per patient. You can have receivables issues. I'm seeing more of that. So it may be that you're selling stuff fine, your fees are fine, you're just not getting paid appropriately from the third party. So check on that. And finally, just look at growing the revenues overall. At some level, I'm happy to look at your cost of goods with you. Very few practices do we find grossly negligent things causing high cost of goods. Usually the solution is looking at an overall revenue mix question and growing the practice overall. So if you want us to look at that with you, talk to me, talk to your optical consultants. Would love to help you with it, but let's focus on growth first and foremost. Revenue growth will cover over all sorts of things going on with cost of goods or staff or rents or anything else. So growth is the best answer, and make sure you're taking advantage of your IDOC discounts along the way, and just check that box so you don't have to worry about it. So that's the question of the week: how do I lower my cost of goods? Let's focus on growth instead, and we'll see you next time.